What's up, everyone? This is Prasanna Balakrishnan back again for the review of Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Firstly, I would like to say thank you, Tottenham Hotspur. Never thought you would be saying that. I mean, how bad is it? You have to rely on Tottenham Hotspur of all teams to qualify for the top four. But, anyways, we did that. Before I go into this review, like this video, subscribe to my channel for regular Chelsea content, and share this video to as many friends as possible. Not just this Premier League season. This Premier League season is over. I'll be doing a review for the Champions League final as well as Indian football team is playing their World Cup qualifiers next month, as well as the Euros are coming up, and the all-important World Test Championship final between India and New Zealand. So more content coming out. Do watch this channel out for. Now, let us go into the lineup. What we started today was a must-win game for us. We started with our conventional 3-4-2-1. James actually stayed at right centre-back position, which was actually kind of interesting given the way that he was used only for the Leicester games like that to counter the threat of Jamie Vardy. But Kante was taken off in the last game against Leicester because of precautionary reasons. It's not a big injury, just a precaution. Jorginho and Kovacic started in the midfield pivot. Mason Mount, Pulisic and Werner made up the front three. Now, Aston Villa went with their usual four at the back. Tyrone Mings, as usual, in the center of defense. We all know what a great player he is. Target, and then you see McGinn. Jack Grealish was back. He has been playing for 2-3 games now. We actually thought how long he was going to be out for after his injury sustained a while back. You saw how much Aston Villa missed Jack Grealish when he was not there. He's such a talented player. Anwar El Ghazi, Bertrand Traore, our former player, and Ollie Watkins made up the lineup. So the game started, and we were actually keeping on tabs with Liverpool, Crystal Palace, as well as Leicester versus Tottenham Hotspur to see which result goes our way and which result doesn't go our way, etc., etc. But we started a bit on the slower side. We had chances, but again, as usual, we never take them. It's been the story of last few games. Since Thomas Tuchel has come in, we create chances, we never take them. But defensively, at least we are found solid. But this time, it wasn't to be. And whenever Aston Villa went in attack mode, they really terrorized our defense. I think it was more, the battle was more won in the midfield. Jorginho was constantly getting over, and he had a poor game today. Also gave away the penalty, which I'm going to come to in a sec. But a decision making in the final third is absolutely poor. It's very poor. I mean, how many chances do we get? We had 23 shots in the game, and we only scored 1 goal. That shows you how our conversion rate is. I mean, before this, our conversion rate is we score once every 10 shots, but this game we scored in 23 shots. And I mean, credit to Aston Villa, they defended well, they defended deep, they had some great last-ditch tackles, they got crucial blocks. But we were just simply poor today, and I don't understand why. This is second biggest game of the season after the Champions League final. If you win this, third is secure, let alone top four, third is secured. Irrespective of whatever happens in the Liverpool or the Leicester City game, if you win this, third place is in your hand. But we didn't. We had chances. Our most crucial chance was in the 24th minute. There was some good play down the wing. Aspilicueta puts it, and Mason Mount, it's on a plate for him. He has to hit, he can hit the target, he can even score, but he skies it. And at that point, you're thinking, what is going to happen here? Because it's the same story every single time. We have 25 million chances, we never take one of them. The opposition get one chance and they scored, which is exactly what happened. They have a corner in the 42nd minute and scored. And that was the most amateurish piece of defending you will ever see. We saw a goal similar to that when India came on, and so Chunil scored like that from a free kick where he just ghosted into the middle and no one even marked him. Say this target puts in a corner. It's not the regular corner. It's just a regular pass, kind of a pass to Bertrand Traore. Timo Werner is not marking him. Rudiger is not quick enough to him. He comes his shot, but it ends up going into the back of the net, and Mendy gets injured, unfortunately. Trying to set the shot, he gets at the post. But that was one of the most amateurish pieces of defending you will ever see. You won't even see that in an under-7s or an under-8s match. I mean, when you're getting caught out like that, especially if you're in possibly the top league in the world, You cannot be caught out like that. Our defense was absolutely got napping. And after we started losing our head, Jorginho got yellow card, Timo Werner got yellow card, Kovacic got a yellow card. Jorginho, whenever he tried to pass the ball, he never worked. I mean, his transition was slow. He got caught out on the ball too often. He got caught out 2 or 3 times, and Aston Villa nearly went and scored. Luckily, they were not on target. Second half came, and we had a chance immediately to pull things level. For 6 minutes, Werner, some good play down the left wing, puts in a cross, and Pulisic doesn't take the shot after taking the first touch. He just tries to slide it in first time. It ends up going for a corner, and that was the problem. Corner after corner, cross after cross, no one gets on the end of it, and then they go on the other end and get a penalty. As soft as it might be, it is a penalty in my opinion. And Jorginho, I felt he should have been taken off at halftime. He was taken off too late by Thomas Tuchel in the quest for going for goals. And then it was 2-0, and it was no way looking back. On the other hand, you saw Liverpool completely dominating Crystal Palace in complete cruise control. They were never going to lose. Crystal Palace did have an early chance to Townsend. He missed. But once Liverpool scored, there was no looking back. And they, not kidding you, they could have scored even 3 or 4 or 5. And the other game as well, Leicester against Tottenham. Leicester went 1-0 ahead. Tottenham equalized to Harry Kane. Leicester went 2-1 ahead. And halftime it was 2-1. And for a large parts of the second half, it was 2-1. So at that point, it was like we were about to go to 5th position, and Liverpool would be 3rd, Leicester would be 4th. But thank God, Tottenham equalized to an own goal for Leicester. It made it 2-2. Then Gareth Bale scores 2 to make it 4-2 Tottenham. I think Leicester were going for goals because they had to win. They had no choice. Even if they drew, it wouldn't have been good enough because the goal difference was inferior compared to, I wouldn't say inferior, it was like 1 or 2 goals less compared to Chelsea and the likes and Liverpool. But then we somehow get a lucky break in the 70th minute. Still scores. It just crossed the line. It definitely did cross the line. But after that, we had a lot of chances. I mean, Kai Havertz missed a simple one. He came on in place of Jorginho. Hackers came on. And Kepa obviously had to come on from India at halftime because of Mendy's injury. Hopefully, it's not very serious. Hopefully, he starts the Champions League final on Sunday. But again, we huffed and puffed and couldn't blow the house down. And at the end, tempers kind of flared up, and Aspilicueta was on a straight red, rightly so. You're not allowed. You cannot just throw your arms at someone who's right behind you. And he didn't complain, and he didn't have any right to complain. To be honest, that was a deserved red. Our team was poor today. Pulisic was poor. Mount was poor. Werner was poor. Jorginho was the worst player according to me. Ben Silva had a good game. Reece James had a decent game. Rudiger and Thiago Silva had decent moments, but apart from that, overall they were pretty poor. And I just don't know what's happening with this team. Like 2-3 weeks ago, we were very comfortable sitting in the top 4. We beat Man City and we beat Real Madrid, and things were super rosy for us. Then we lose to Arsenal and things completely fall apart. Like we lost to Arsenal, we didn't put in a great performance. We lost to Leicester again, didn't put in a great performance. The pattern of play was simple: score a goal against us and defend deep, park the bus, and try. And basically, they did. They parked the bus and said, "Come on, break us down. We're going to defend deep. Try to break us down if you can, and we will hit you on the counter if possible." And we somehow beat Leicester. Thankfully, we beat Leicester. We should have been easier, but Heart Attack FC at its absolute finest. We never do things the easy way, do we? That's just not the Chelsea thing. And somehow Leicester lost to Tottenham, and we somehow scraped 4th position. Liverpool got 3rd position. Congrats to Liverpool. I mean, they deserve the way they have been playing in the last few games. Just 10 games ago, they played 28 games, and they were in 8th position, a game in hand Tottenham Hotspur had, and they were behind Tottenham, and we were all thinking, oh my God, what is going to happen? Are Liverpool going to drop out of the top 4? They did have a rough run in with their 6 home losses in a row that definitely dented their confidence. But as we saw towards the last, their performances, they lifted up their game. And when you see Alisson Becker score a goal in the 95th minute against West Brom, you know that Liverpool are actually destined to play the Champions League final. So here is what the final table suggests. Man City are champions. They absolutely tore Everton to pieces. Final, congrats to them. We faced them on Saturday. I actually fear facing them. United are second. They beat Wolves today with the second string team. They're going to play the Europa League final in 3 days' time against Villarreal. Liverpool, they finished third on 69 points. Chelsea somehow finished fourth on 67 points. Leicester finished fifth on 66 points, and West Ham go to 65 points. Tottenham finished seventh on 62 points. So it has been a massive roller coaster of a season. Just look at our stats: 19 wins, 10 draws, and 9 losses. 9 losses for someone like Chelsea Football Club is not acceptable at this point. But we take it. We somehow got top four again. 2 seasons in a row, we have finished fourth place on the final day of the season. Not the way we expected, but I'll take it. If you're new to around this channel, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Look out for more content, regular content coming out on my channel. I am a Chelsea fan, and so I'll be posting Chelsea match reviews. Also, share to your friends who love the game of football and love to watch Premier League or any other leagues. Speaking of other leagues finished today. All leagues happen at quite possibly the same time. French league happened. Lille were crowned champions over PSG. Congrats to them. After PSG dominance for so long, it's good to see another team take over. It might not be for long, but Lille, congratulations. You won your League One title. And on the other hand, in Serie A, it was already decided Inter was champions. Juventus were on the cusp of getting a Europa League, but they won. Napoli drew, and Juventus somehow get the fourth place, and they are playing Champions League football next season. Inter Milan were obviously champions, crowned a few days back. So the league seasons are over. It's all down to the European finals. 26th Europa League final between Manchester United and Villarreal. 29th is the big Champions League final between Chelsea and Manchester City. It is going to be a massive 2 games. I'm looking forward to it. It's a trophy to play for, and it's finally a chance to win the Champions League, our first Champions League final since 2012, and we have to make the most of it. Till then, stick around, guys. Thank you, and up the Chelsea.